Ted from Off The Hook Outdoors. Thanks for joining me today. I am going solo today, fishing on the lake, but it is a beautiful day. I wasn't going to do a live today, but I wanted to, here, let me shut this off. I wanted to go live today because it's such a beautiful day out. You can see the sun, the wind has laid down, it's getting a little warmer out. So we're gonna go out and try to find some fish today. Chris and I did a live yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, go over and check that out. We did it for about 4 hours, long one. I'm not gonna go for 4 hours today, but I am gonna go as long as possible. And we're gonna try to catch some fish. I'm gonna be all over the lake trying to figure it out, trying to find them. So come along with me and hopefully we can get you some catches today. So let's roll. I will be on the chat in 1 second. I'm just gonna get ready to roll here. What's up, Daniel? So we're just gonna cruise across the lake now and see. I am going over to the wall, of course, the land of the giants. We're gonna head over there. We're gonna see if we can't get nothing off of that point. Hey Molly, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys. It is a beautiful day today. Like I said, Chris and I from City Sticker Chris were down here yesterday, but the weather was terrible. It was 15-mile-an-hour winds, 48 degrees, rainy, cloudy. It was nasty. Today, it's beautiful out. It's going to be up to about 70 degrees today. The sun's out. There's some clouds in the sky, but we're going to go try to find some fish today. Just stay with me. We're gonna pull up to the point here and see what we can. What's up, man? What's up, Chris? Bruce, thank you guys for coming in. Beautiful day today. I wasn't gonna go live. I was gonna head home, but we decided. I talked to my wife. Picked up my truck yesterday, and the check engine light came on. Yeah, they're done here, Daniel, or right about being done. So we'll see what happens. But yesterday we caught over 24 fish. They were all dinks. So I'm trying to get on some fish today, some bigger fish. But my truck check engine light came on again yesterday. So now I got to take it back. But I wasn't planning on fishing today. Let me get you guys set up. I wasn't planning on fishing today. I was just planning on getting up and heading home with the truck. But the check engine light came on. So my buddy is going to take me over and drop my truck back off. And then I'm going to bring my wife's truck home. Theo's playing a tournament today, but their team's not doing real well. And my wife and I talked, and she was like, just keep fishing, keep fishing. And I said, okay. So that's cool. So I'm going to keep fishing for a couple hours today. But yeah, my truck check engine light came back on today. I went up to the store, and yeah, it came back on. So we are kind of in that little situation there. So we're going to fish this point a little bit here. I'm actually going to anchor down right now, see what the wind does to us here. I'm going to fish this area, see what happens. I'm going to throw my Senko first. I'm going to put my Senko. I got a robo worm on my drop shot as well. So we're going to throw a drop shot and Senko right here, see what we can do. But it is beautiful out right now. I got to actually tie a Senko on. So let you look at the areas that I'm fishing here. Yeah, it was crazy yesterday. We caught a lot of fish. They weren't real big, but it was fun. So yeah, we caught a ton of fish. The weather was horrible. If you guys came into my live yesterday, so if you guys share this out, I'd appreciate it. Try to get as many people in here as we can. We had a lot of views yesterday, which was awesome. We had around 3,700 views yesterday on our live, so I'd like to get that today on this live. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's a beautiful day. I think the frog fishing is going to should be better today. We had a couple hits on the frog. Chris had his biggest fish, I know it, on the frog yesterday, but it got off. He don't fish Senkos at all, and he don't fish frogs, so it was kind of rough for him to set the hook. Like, he didn't get it, and I was like, you got to swing for the fences when it's like batting practice. You got to swing for the fences when you're setting a hook on a frog. So we'll see today if I can't get some hits on the frog. But like I said, I couldn't pass up this beautiful day since we had such bad weather yesterday. So my wife was nice enough to say, just stay and get it in, because we don't know when we're going to have more time, with all the tournaments and things going on. And they're not doing really good in this tournament. So she said, just hang out, get the fishing in, and then I got to take my dang truck back over to the dealer. So we'll see what happens. I'm just loading up my Senko. I got these new clear Senko rings that I'm going to put on here. And we're going to throw the Senko first, and then we're going to try the Robo Worm. We didn't catch one fish off of this point yesterday, but we barely could fish it because of the wind. Because of the wind and stuff like that. So I'm going to set you guys up as close as I can to here. And the sun is kind of, you guys can see me right here? Okay, you guys can see. So we're going to see what happens. But it's definitely less windy today, for sure. So we're going to stay here for a couple minutes, get a couple casts in, and see what happens. Let me get this set up a little bit better there. Yeah, yesterday was tough fishing this point. So we're gonna try it a couple minutes here, see if we can't get a fish, and then move on. I don't know if they're on their bed still around here. The water temperature is right for them to be on their beds. So, and if I miss anybody in the chat, I apologize. I will stop every couple minutes or so, and I will address the chat. It kind of stinks when you're by yourself. I'd like to have a moderator up here watching, but we'll see what happens. We'll try to get some fish for you guys today. We should get something. Just don't know what. I'm trying to get on these bigger fish because yesterday was a dink fest, our biggest being about 14 inches. Chris had a nice one on as well, so. But we'll see what happens. It's still a little windy up here, but just not as bad as yesterday. And what I'll do is I'll just up the anchor, and I don't have my net out either. I never pull my net out until I catch my fish. So we'll see what happens. Hey, what's up, John? What's up, hunting and stuff? Indiana Chris, thank you guys for living there, man. Thanks for coming in, guys. You know I'm gonna have to jump and grab my net. I hope I have to. We're gonna move and set up again. I might even throw a topwater bait here. Way better conditions than yesterday, though. Like the wind is still a little high. It's like 10 mile an hour out here on the main lake, but it's okay. As long as this thing don't pop off my neck here. my microphone here. Let me make sure this microphone is clinched to my neck well. Okay, I think it is. There we go. I'm gonna put it on my hoodie a little better. All right. All right, we're anchored now. Just don't know where they're at on this point either. City sticker. I wish you were here today, buddy. It's a lot better conditions. Still windy though out here on the main lake, Chris. The wind did pick up from this morning, but not as bad as yesterday. But we're gonna try to get in there and get some frog fishing going here. I'll move into that point. Then we're gonna go down this other end over here and fish. Maybe we'll fish the channel again today, the channel. Pull this up a little bit and we're gonna move out around this point here. I'm gonna throw a drop shot on this point as well. So, just trying to find them. Like I said, this is my third time fishing up here, so we're gonna try to find them. Try to get on them. I'm gonna get out to this point a little bit deeper and turn the boat and anchor it. We're in about 8 or 10 foot of water right here, so I want to get out in that 12-foot area and throw into that. And I'm thinking about right here. I'm thinking about right here. We'll let that wind just blow us to the end here. Whoa, 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 settle down there, horse. Okay, let me get this. That ain't down. There we go. Now we're down. Now we're down and ready to go. I'm gonna throw that robo worm out too and see what I can't find. All right, we're on the point. Now that it's about the same wind as yesterday, guys. Oh, I got a hit. I felt something. I felt the hit. Felt the hit. All right, we got one, guys. Oh, I missed him. It was moving out too. I missed him. It's probably a little baby. Try it again, guys. Let's see. Was he pulling? No, he wasn't pulling. Let's see if we get him back again. I did have a hit though. And I'm fishing right into the sun, so I apologize for that, guys, but I have to. Yeah, the seawall. Off the edge. Yeah, this thing goes down and it drops real quick here, so. Here's another hit, guys. Okay, we got a hit right here, so. I don't know how big it is, but it's something tapping. Something's tapping. Here we go. There's one, guys. I got one. All right, I don't need the net for this one. smallmouth smallie. First smallie off of this point. There you go, guys. Smallmouth baby. Little male. Okay, so we found something on this point. We found something more than yesterday. So we're going to throw back out onto this point. We're going to keep fishing it. So we got a smallie off of that. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Good morning, dude. Good morning. Way better conditions today. But my truck, for those of you who weren't in here earlier, my truck, I picked it up yesterday, drove it. I went up to the store this morning, and my check engine light came back on. So it's going back to the shop. It's going back to the shop today. So I got my buddy's uncle, Tweety. He's going to take me over later, and then I'm going to ride home. So it kind of sucks. Yep, again, Chris, my light came back on. So there was one baby smallmouth on here. Now the wind's blowing us back that way. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday. I'm glad Chris came up. He got to see how I do things, but he didn't really get to see how we do things up here because of the conditions. So he's gonna have to come back up again at some point. I think I'm getting another tap. Maybe not. I can feel it rubbing on the rocks though. This is slow fishing, guys. When I'm Senko fishing, it got a little hot yesterday with all the little ones. But this kind of fishing with the Senko fishing and dead sticking and slow, for you guys, I know it's kind of probably hard to watch, so I try to be as entertaining as possible. But when you get them on here, when you're catching them big smallies, it's definitely worth it. But it does take some patience to fish like this, especially when you don't know where they are and you're trying to find them. So that's a thing you gotta really, really get your mindset on, throwing an area and covering the whole area. That was either a fish or me drifting. Nope, that was me drifting. But I would love to catch one of them big females in here. And I'm going to throw the drop shot as well here. So let's throw the drop shot. But yeah, the weather, it's just too nice to not fish today. So that's what we're doing. Now I got to get my drop shot untangled here because of my... There's one. There we goes one. There's two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're tangled again. Driving this drop shot around on the boat creates some knots. So we're just gonna get this out with this weight hanging down off the rod. It's kind of crazy here. Where am I going here? Am I going this way? Okay. Maybe I'm going the wrong way, guys. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. I don't know. We'll get it eventually here. Come on. Okay, we gotta go this way. So what are you guys up to today? Just hanging out? Because I don't know what time I'm going home. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. And then this goes through here. And this goes around there. Jeez. Talk about your rod being all twisted up and tangled up. There we go. Now we got it. All right. So I got the robo worm on. The robo worm is on. All right, Jumbotron, thanks for coming in, bud. I gotta get all my knots out of this. This is my first time even casting this thing. So we gotta get some line out of here. Let it roll. There we go. See what happens with the robo. If not, I'll put on a Mismo. A lot of rock on the bottom. There's a hit. Don't ask me what it is, but it's bumping it. It's the little ones bumping it. I can feel the little ones hitting it. Those little guys are bumping it. I think I am going to put a Mismo on, guys. I'm going to take this robo worm off. I think that robo worm, I need to cut that in half. But we're going to try Mismo real quick. And I'll show you my Mismos right here. The last year I'm going to the church, then hopefully coming over there and do some bank fishing and possibly meet up with you. All right, man. No problem, buddy. Just hit me up when you're here. If I'm still here, I should be here. Let's see, where's my drop shot stuff? There's my drop shot stuff right here. Throw the robo worm in here. I think I'm gonna get me a Mismo out. Take a couple Mismos out so I have what I want. There's a green pumpkin. There is a, what's that other color called? Scorpion paddle tail. What's this color? Caramel apple. Caramel apple. We're gonna go with a white and a white one. So we'll see which ones we go with, which one's better. So that's what we're gonna go with right now. All right, let's go with the caramel apple first, guys. Hook that baby on like that. And that's the caramel apple. All right, let's go. Ken, what do you fish for? I'm fishing for bass. We're hitting up some, trying to get some, I just caught a smallmouth, so we're hitting up smallmouth right now. We're gonna try to do some smallmouth. We're gonna try to do some largemouth today. Smallmouth and largemouth bass, guys. I just caught a smallie on the Sanka, a little one. We're gonna try. We're gonna try today. Still a little windy on these point, but we're gonna try to get something. Like I said yesterday, I didn't get one thing off of this point, and I just caught a little small male smallie, so we'll see. And what I do with the drop shot is I throw it out there, I let it hit the ground and hit the bottom. I can feel all the rocks with my weight that's on the bottom of my bait, and I drag it slowly back towards the boat, and I'll twist the tip of the rod. You gotta have a really good, gotta have a drop shot rod, I think, for that, because you got a really soft tip that shakes that bait without pulling that weight from the ground. And then you have to have a little bit of backbone, but not much. It's usually light. This is like 8-pound test on here. Some people will go with 4 and 6 for smallmouth. It's tough. I think I just got a weed on there. Let's see. Yeah, we got some weeds. So it's dragging it through some weeds there. I'm gonna go uphill here this time. We'll go uphill. But yeah, yesterday we had a bunch of little ones. Bunch of little ones on it. There's a hit. Or it was a rock. Here's like a shell bed here, guys. It's all rocking. It's all rocking. Some weeds mixed in. Drop shot hits are a lot different. It's like they're opposite. Like when you get a hit, it just feels weird with a drop shot. Because it's like they're bringing your line in. It's like you go slack. There's a hit. Little one. Little perch and stuff hit this too a lot. I'm going out around the bend here. Not doing much. There's some slack water over here that I want to get into, see if there's any fish hanging on that slack water there where the current is going. I just think I hit some weeds there. We're out in the wind now, boys and girls. We're right on the edge of this, and it is wicked. Wicked. And there's some weeds there, guys, so that's a good thing. Some weeds. I go anywhere from 12. It depends on how far you want that up off the ground or up off the bottom. Usually it's like 12 to 16 inches, but I've already put it down as low as 8 and 6. It depends. Just depends how far you want. If you're fishing shallow water, I fish drop shots in shallow water over like stumps and like around rocks and stumps, and I put it like 6 inches off the ground. But usually it's anywhere from 12 to 16 inches. If there's a lot of weeds, you want to be above the weeds. You want your weight to sit in the weeds. You want your bait above the weeds. So you got to figure out how deep the weeds are, and then you adjust. I don't like it too long because of just for like getting hung up and stuff. And then you have it rattling around on your boat. You got to wrap it around your rod and stuff like that. So this drop shot ain't doing much here, though. I had a couple little bites, but they were from perch, I could tell. All right, now we're gonna throw the Senko. We are gonna throw the Senko in here for a little bit, and then we're gonna work our way around. And that's what I do, just wrap it around like that. We'll throw the Senko here for a little bit. See if we can't get something on that, and then we're gonna go around the bend. That was a bad cast. That was a bad cast. You can see that, I don't know if you guys can see that hammock right there. See that hammock blowing in the wind? That's what it's like right now. See that hammock over there? So that's what we're dealing with wind-wise right on this point. Doesn't look bad on camera, I don't think, but we got some wind here for sure. Good morning, James. No more fish, just one smallmouth on this point. They're just not here stacked up like they normally are yet, but they will be here at some point of the year, so we'll figure it out. We're just trying to get some. I'm trying to get something if they're on the beds. We seen a lot of beds yesterday, and we were throwing, and we were catching a lot of those males off of beds, and then there were some bluegill beds there too. But usually they do it between 60, 65 degrees is usually the spawning up here in PA. And we're in between 63, 65. We're right around that water temperature. There's a hit. I don't know. There's a little hit. Little hit. There we go. There's one. Little one. I just got off. It was a little one. Little baby. So that was just in that weed edge. There's a little bit of weeds right there with rock. Just a little, that was an 8-incher. Little baby. All right, buddy. We'll see you. There's another one. Hopefully it's the female. There we go. There we go. This is a little bit better one, guys. There we go. That's a nice one. All right. All right, we got some here. There's a nice smallie. A little better one. A little better one, guys. I got to get the hook out of its mouth. Let me get the hook out to show you. It's only right there. But I got to get my pliers out. Let me get the pliers out and I'll show you this monster of a fish here we have. A little better one though, guys. A little better one than normal, than what I've been catching. So that's a good sign. There you go. Nice smallie. See the sides of them from bedding? See that worn out? The other fish I got was worn out too. That's how you know that's a male. Very cool. All right, so we found a little bit of action here, guys. A little bit. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to throw it up. Or it seems like they're not deep. They're right about 10 or 12 feet away from that wall. So we're going to let that drift down here to this point and see if we can't get some more. And my thing don't catch on real good there. I don't know what's going on with this. I hate this. Okay, that's better. Let me swing it like that. All right, we'll see. See if we get some more, guys. That sun's right in your eyes. Sorry about that, but that's just the way we're fishing today. So that was a male, and you can see his side was wore out from the bed, from messing around with the beds and all that stuff. So that's how you know they're right there. They're either on the beds or they're just coming off of them. And the water right here is not as clear. Now I got my AquaView. The next time I come up, I'm gonna drop my AquaView camera in over here on a couple areas at this point, and I'm gonna see what they're doing. If they're on bed still or if they're not. I have my fish finders to see the fish, but I want to see. I like looking at them with the AquaView camera and seeing what they're doing. So we'll see if they're on beds still next. They might be off beds next week, but this is really close to being done or right at the end of their spawning. And for me catching all the males, that's telling me I think the females are done. And I think the females went to deeper water. I think. Or the males are protecting the beds. but it's still early in the season. We'll get on them. And then I'm in that Shane Flint tournament, so we're going to hopefully be getting on them for that. My plan is to get an 18, 19, and 20 entered for the first part of the tournament, and then the next you have to do 1 inch increments, 3 fish 1 inch increments at the beginning for the first half of it. And the second half you have to be a ½ inch bigger than your first 3. So if I get an 18, 19, and 20, then I got to get a 20 and a half and a 21. To get into the second part of it. There is a barrel in the water here somewhere. It's like right around this area. But that fish, when they're hitting it, they're not hitting it right there. They're hitting it and moving it away. That's why I think the males are like protecting the beds. I just wish I could see in this water, so I could see exactly what's going on. Couple more casts here, guys, and then we're gonna head. See, there's some weeds on that. We're gonna go around and see if we can't get on some of the largemouth. Now that water is just pretty chilly. Throw it up this way and let that come down. See, what you're doing here when you're blind casting, if they are bedded, is you're trying to throw that and get your bait to come across one of their beds. When you could see them, you could throw right in their bed if you want. Some people don't like that. Some people don't mind it. To me, I don't mind it because I've already caught them off beds and threw them back in, and they go right to their bed. But you have to get them back in quick, guys. If you're bed fishing fish, don't sit there and play with them and drift far away from it. If you're anchored, good. If not, as soon as you catch that fish, if you want to take a picture, boom, take a picture, but get it right back in there in that area so they can go right back to their bed. That's what you want. You don't want to drift far away. Like in this wind here, if I caught one, 100 yards up there and I'm drifting down, taking pictures and doing all this, you put it out, it's more likely not going to go to that bed. All right, we're gonna drift. We're gonna lift up and we're gonna drift around this corner here. Couple hits on here, and we're in kind of shallow. Like as the year goes on, I go deeper and deeper out. And like I said, finding them, what area they're in, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're in 6 foot, sometimes they're in 8, 10, 12 foot of water. It's just a matter of coming through here. And like I said, next week I will throw my RUKU out and I will see where the fish are, what they're doing, and then adjust to that. I don't have my RUKU today. I come up to do some work and meet Chris yesterday and do some fishing, not really scouting and looking. But next week I will start scouting. Like that's what I'm sort of doing today, like scouting around, looking around. But I'm from yesterday's weather, it's like you need the fix to get back out here because yesterday's weather was terrible. Now when we get around this bend here, there's going to be no wind. So, and I can see a bunch of rocks and stuff out here that I'm going to throw to real quick. I got weeds here, so there's a couple rocks over here that I want to throw to. See if I can't pick up something off of these rocks here. There's like a little beach here. And them rocks warm up in the sun to give you some warmer water, so. Nothing on that little rocks out there. We may pick something up on this edge here. I'm just basically throwing to the rocks. I can see the rocks there and then it drops off. So I'm throwing it up on that rock ledge and I'm letting it come off of that ledge and get into the deeper water. We got to watch back in here though, because there's some there's a lot of logs here. This is where we were at with Chris yesterday. So we'll see. There's a log over there. We're going to throw to that. See if we can't pull something off of there. The sun is hitting this bank. Trying to warm, hopefully trying to warm some of that edge up. But I really like this spot right here. We're sort of drifting away from it, so I'm going to try to move in a little bit. We had a really good drift going there, but I want to throw it up on this rock here. Right about there and see if we can't get something off of there. Nothing there. See, now there's beds in here. I wish I had my camera that would see that. No bibs on today. It is nice out. It's way nicer out than yesterday. Way nicer. It is warmer, for sure. It's still windy, but it's warmer, and the sun's out, so that's a good thing. And the sun is out hitting right over here in these pads, and I see all kinds of beds right here. All kinds of beds, but there's no fish on the beds. So I'm just throwing around, trying to catch them, probably just gonna be catching males. I don't see any females on any beds. I'm gonna pull that right to this bed in it. Yeah, I don't see any fish in there. And see them on the beds, you know what I mean? So they may be done. I don't know, we'll see. That's why you fish. There's a log right there with some beds there. Ton of beds in here. Yeah, I mean, I can see the bottom here. We'll see. But yes, it's definitely better conditions today. A lot of weeds in here. A lot of weeds. Get past this stuff here. Yeah, I don't see any fish on these beds at all. All right, guys, well, you know what that means. We're going to start prepping here for I'm going to grab a drink of my iced tea real quick. Sitting in the sun, it's warming up for me. You have some sun tea. All right. White or brown? What do you want me to throw first, guys? Which one you guys want me to throw, the brown or the white? Sunny out, I'm thinking white. Well, what's up, Diana or Gianna? Thanks for coming in. White or brown? White. There you go. We're going with the white. Chris is white. I think you're right. White is always right. It is so clear back in here with this water. Hopefully we get something to pop today. We had them pop yesterday and it was pretty bad condition, so we'll see if the white will turn them on. It's bright enough, it's clear. Sometimes in the clear though, I do like the natural when it's clear water and bright out. I've had good luck with that as well. So. We will see today, guys. Now, yesterday we didn't get much out on this edge here. We got him back in there a little bit. We got the hits, but I'm gonna throw into this outer edge now. What do we got? Who we got in there? I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Ava. Appreciate that. Trying to get some fish here. I'm not going to be anchoring, so I'm going to throw my anchor in my jacket here because I don't want to get it in the way. Come on, fishy. I want a fishy just looking for a big meal. I know when I throw it across all this stuff, when you get one in the back end like that, it's tough to get them out of there. Sometimes the pads are so thick you don't even see your hit, you just hear it. But when they hit in this open water like that, pretty much got them. What's up, Anti? No chumming. Taylor, what's up, buddy? No chumming. I'm gonna go right down the middle of this stuff. Now, yesterday in the end, we were throwing here and there was fish popping out here. Something was feeding out here. Still is windy over here too, though. Not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was nice in here. Or I'm sorry, the wind was bad out there, and I could see it's getting more windy out there. But there was no wind back here. Now there's a little bit of wind back here, so we do have some different winds today. We have some different winds today. Stop and squeeze your frog. Who we got in? It's anti-saying. Hook them and cook them. Yeah, not here, buddy, not here. We just hook them. Catch and release. Catch and release. Man, does that look good in there? Does that look good in there, guys? What's going on? Let's get me one to pop on this. Just give me some confidence. Give me some confidence. Give me some confidence. Or give me some reassurance that you're in here. Maybe they want it slower. Okay, now we got to perceive where do we want to go in here, and I want to go right back in there, and that's not exactly where I wanted to go, but not exactly where I wanted to go. Don't see nothing popping in here either. There's a log. All right, Chris, your white isn't working, buddy. Your white is not working. White isn't working here, Chris. Indiana Chris leading the pack. that sun out again. It's chilly when that sun goes down. All right, we're gonna see. Come on, fishy. And we're going into where we were yesterday, guys. Let's see if we can't get one out of these far back areas here. All right. What do you think, guys? We're not getting any action on the frog today. Thought for sure we'd get one blow up. If not, we will move. Chris, I might switch to the brown. There's a little knot. There's a little knot right there. Come on out of there. Gotta pick at it. All right, we're gonna throw this frog in here. Let's get in a little deeper, guys. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Raise my motor up. Raise the back motor up. Now we're in four-wheel drive. Now we're in four-wheel drive. Man, I don't get it. Who's in there? Hey, Mom. Yes, I did, Mom P. and Brown. Oops, I just flicked the big. Chris, we're gonna go with the brown one right now. Brown frog. See if we can't get one on the brown one. Definitely different. I can't believe we didn't get one blow up in here. The frog. But we can go down the other end of the lake too. We'll see. All right, let's start motoring our way back out. Bunch of fish jumping there. Okay. What we got in here? Enjoy fishing. Indiana Creole. Yes, I enjoy fishing. I don't enjoy not catching though. No, I enjoy it. It's fun, you just gotta find them. Yesterday, today, totally different weather patterns. So like it's unstable. So there ain't like, it ain't consistent yet. So we gotta see, we gotta get it consistent. It's gotta be steady weather to really get on a pattern. But usually when it's like this, they are just basically hunkered up in cover and wood and stuff like that. And yesterday in the channel, we caught a lot of fish off of like docks and stuff like that. So we may end up going back to that today. I'm just trying to not hit logs here because there's a ton of logs here. So I'm not going to pay attention to the chat real quick. I'm just going to try to get out of this safely. And I think I'm going to go down the other end of the lake, but the corner of the lake down in this corner. I haven't fished at it all this year at all. Now this is only my third time out on the lake, so I am trying to figure it out still here. Even though this is my home lake, patterns change throughout the year here. So, and you would not believe the trees. They cut this area, they cut the trees down about 4 foot and they flooded it and they made this bigger. So now you just gotta go through here and sort of navigate without hitting like that stump right there. Like there is a stump bigger than the boat here. And you'd think there'd be fish on it, and I don't see anything there. And there's another stump right there. Like crazy. Crazy big. No fish on it though. Or at least I can't see them. So once I get out here, I'm gonna fire the motor up. But just to be safe, I just wanna get out of this stuff. While I'm driving, I'm gonna put that back in there. And there is one log over here that I wanna throw my Senko to. All right. Well, we are going to go out here a little bit, and we're going to fire up the motor. And we're going to spin you around. We're gonna spin you guys around. Okay. I don't even know where my green one went. Where did my green one go? Where did the green one go? I don't know. All right, we're gonna spin you around. We're gonna make you watch. We're gonna spin you around the lake here to get my thing down. And we're gonna bring you down here. I'll fire up the motor real quick. Oop. I'm gonna drop you guys down. We're gonna drop you guys down. And at some point today, I am going to have to plug in the camera for some charging. So I will take the mics out and we will get it charging. The kids are at home. I am by myself. The only kid I had with me was Chris yesterday. So we're gonna go down at the corner, the far corner of the lake. I'm gonna move you guys closer to me, like this. And I haven't fished that corner yet. Yeah, the hot water tank's fine, but my truck's not good again. My check engine light came on, so I got to take it back. Tweety's gonna pick me up over there later. I got to drop it back off. So we'll see what happens, but it's staying up here. Good morning, tropical. What's that say? Tropical. Tropical hold. Ooh, it is chilly out here. Chilly, chilly, chilly. Yeah, the my truck check engine light came back on, so kind of trying not to let it bother me, but it bothers me. We're gonna try up here a bit, and then we're gonna head down to canal and fish the canal. Got some wind down here. We got some pads that I'm gonna try to throw into, and we're gonna work our way around down here. Some isolated pads that we can throw Senkos and frogs to. We can get back in there a little bit against the tree lines back here. I'm hoping we can get back in there and less windy, but I see some chop everywhere, so we'll see what happens. I'm actually gonna kill it right here, and we're gonna switch you guys around again. And we're gonna get my rods out here. I don't need my drop shot rod. All I need is a frog rod and a Senko rod here. So I'm gonna put this like this. I'm gonna lift you guys up again. Lift you way up to there. And get you in there like that. We're gonna spin you around. And we're gonna get you up in the air like that a little bit. How's that? All right. It is tough fishing though, like this. All right, so we got some isolated pads over here to the left. That's where we're gonna head to. And the wind is blowing. I should go in and drift out, but of course I'm stubborn, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna work my way in and stay on the trolling motor. And what I'm gonna wanna do is, the wind is blowing in my face out this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on the back side of the pads, and I'm gonna throw my Senko to the back side so it gets swept under the pads. Capiche? So what I want to do is, it is kind of windy, I'm going to throw the Senko out like that and let it drift under, like throw it on this side of the pads. But there's a lot of weeds here. We may have to throw the anchor if we get in there on them pads. A lot of weeds. Too many weeds out here for sure. We're just cutting it up now. Let's go with the full blast. I'm just fan casting now. I'm really not where I want to be yet. So there's some pads here that I want to hit. I'm going to have to turn and throw. I'm going to have to turn, anchor, and throw, and then move into this. So I'm trying to get up here, but it's pretty windy all back through here. So we're going to throw these pads here, and then we're going to head down the other end of the lake. Okay. Throw that Senko in there real quick. Just to see. Now you see how I like stopped? Now we're like gonna go directly into, I'm facing the pads now. Okay. So now we are where we want to be for this, but it is really windy out on this end of the lake. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everybody. I'm going to throw the white first, and I'm going to do what Chris said. I'm going to throw the white first, and then I'm going to throw the brown in here. Very difficult. I got to get in there a little bit on a different angle. Get in here on a different angle and throw, because that wind's just taking me pretty much anywhere it wants me to. A little better angle this way. Now I'll be set up right into this stuff. So we'll see what happens. Let's go with the brown. A little darker water over here, guys. So we're gonna go with the brown. Brown frog. And then we're gonna head down to the channel. See what we can catch down there. There's times when you get in these pads and you don't have to leave a section of pads all day because you're just catching them. But I don't think they're really in these. They're in there, but I don't think they're too active with the weather pattern right now. But we're trying to catch some just like reaction bites and stuff like that. But it ain't really, I wouldn't consider it being frog season yet. June 15th is usually the time. But we caught a few yesterday. I caught one on a white frog yesterday over in that corner. So I'm just throwing frogs in all these pads. And I didn't throw this yesterday. So I wanted to come here just to see if we got any anything active over here. You never know. You got to fish it. Can't say no, there's nothing there if you don't fish it. Like yellow might work today too. I was thinking about putting a yellow one on. I have bright pink too I could throw. I need about 10 frog rods, that way I could have every color I want to throw on. from the campground. What's up, buddy? Thanks, Jody, for coming in. Appreciate you. I'm surprised I ain't getting one on this out here. Appreciate you guys coming in today. I appreciate you guys hanging with me yesterday as well. It was a fun time with Chris. And we're gonna be on here for a little bit today. So thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button, sharing me out. There's a little fish right there. I don't know if I scared it or what. Make sure you hit the notifications to all. If you haven't subbed, please consider doing so. It's free, and I'm trying to get to 5,000 this year. So appreciate you guys hanging with me and fishing with me today. If anybody's interested, hey, this is the time. If anybody's interested in doing the off the hook challenge with me, what you do is you fish against me for bass for 2 hours, and it's free to enter. And if you guys beat me, then you get some, you win a prize. If I beat you, it's just bragging rights for me and you if you win. So if anybody's interested in the off the hook challenge, email me at tedpolanowskijr@gmail.com. And what we do is we pick a time, a date and a time, and we go for 2 hours bass fishing. You got to be able to live stream from StreamYard, and me and you go together and fish against each other. Fun fishing. It's just a way for me to fish with you, since I can't be in your boat or you can't be in my boat. So and you get a chance to win a prize, some off the hook apparel or some baits, something like that, or whatever the prize is for that week. And we pick, you know, biggest bass, biggest weight, most weight. There's all different things we can do bass fishing. So you just got to be able to stream on StreamYard. So if anybody's interested in that, you can go to my description and check out my email and give me an email, and we can try to set up a time and date where we can go and fish against each other and have fun. I'm thinking while we're here, I think I'm gonna put that bright pink one on real quick, guys. So let me get this down here. I'm keeping this brown one on, definitely. And I am gonna sit down here for a second, and I'm gonna get my, I'm gonna bring you down here. I'm gonna get my frogs out here. And I'm gonna get my super duper pink frog out. Real quick like. I believe I trimmed it up already, so I'm gonna put it on my Vega rod. So we're going to cut this frog off. Cut that one off. And we're gonna pull out the bright pink one. Here's the one I'm gonna put in, guys. The bright pink and yellow legs. We're gonna try that one. We're gonna try it. Maybe bright pink will tick them off a little bit. Give me the line here. I use a Palomar knot on all my stuff, so with the braid it's like unbreakable. The only thing with the Palomar knot when you're using the fluoro or something, you gotta watch when you're setting the hook you don't shock the knot and snap it, but that's any knot. You know? So that one is the bright pink one. We're gonna try that now. I also have a sky blue one in there too. We got a bunch of different kind of frogs. All right, let's get back up on deck here. Throw this a couple times here, and then we're gonna head down to the canal. Get you guys up like that. There's also different sizes you can throw. There's the Spro Junior. The live targets are a pretty decent profile frog, but the live target has some small frogs as well. So there's different size frogs too. I got a mega giant frog in there, but I don't like really the color. It's sort of like a clear gold. And I will throw that this year when the frog bite is on. I'll throw the Magnum frog. That's a Spro Magnum. It's like 5-inch frog. It's enormous. It's like throwing a shoe out there. So we'll throw that this year. It's just not the time right now to throw it. And I got to get some 6th Sense Vega frogs as well. I want to try them this year. I've been looking. 6th Sense has been really coming out with a lot of good baits. They have a bodega bait out. It's like a flipping bait. It's awesome. I got to pick some up. They're always sold out though. So, but I want to get some of them frogs and some of them baits. 6th Sense has a bunch of good stuff out. So, all right, we're gonna throw this in the deep depths here and see what happens, and then we're gonna go down to the canal. Maybe there's some bigger ones in there today. But like I said, guys, I really do appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me today. I'd like to catch one on a frog today, just one. All right, I think we're gonna move down there. We're gonna get down there and get some canal fishing going here. Let me get out of here. It is windy on this end of the lake. Super windy. I just want to get out here because that wind's going to take us. And I'm going to get into all this nasty stuff. So I just want to get out of here. We'll fire up the boat once we get out here. But the wind did pick up. Here you go for your spin around the lake, guys. Okay. Fire this baby up. Get you guys back in here. Whoop. There you go. Thank you, Hunting and Stuff, for the email. Jody, thank you for coming in from the campground. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's see who's leading in the community chat. We got Indiana Chris leading Hunting and Stuff and Tied Up. My mom, first, second, third. Very cool. That's a neat little thing they have out there on the community thing now. Whoever chats the most and everything in the live gets ranked, and I think I'm going to use that in the future for giveaways. I'm going to use that tool for sure, and whoever is the top 3 in the chat, I'm going to do giveaways with. So I think that'll be cool. So you guys stay tuned for that, with an announcement whenever I do that. All right, Chris. Chores to do, huh? Yeah, I got chores to do too. I got to go catch some fish. That's what I got to do. Oh, that's why when this is loose, you dummy. When that's loose down here, it doesn't catch. Okay, and now I kind of know. I'm just cruising right now, guys. We're just gonna go down to the. Spot, and I'm probably gonna take the mics off, and I'm probably gonna put on my charger so we get some charge going from the Yolatech juice bank. So my audio will be a little different when we get down here. All right, we're gonna set up the audio again. So the audio is gonna be a little different here. Thank you. Thanks, Hunting and Stuff. Appreciate you. Let's set up the audio and video here. So we are going to. You're gonna see a little change in the audio here. So let's get this going here. Let's pop that out. So now you should be hearing it in different. You'll hear a lot more stuff. Keep that out there. Like that. Then I'm gonna hook up my sound, my power to my sound here. So we're gonna do this. Plug it on. I'm gonna wrap it. And then we're gonna plug it in so we got some juice. All right, now we're charging. Okay, so let me get this off. Raise that up. And you can take a drink, obviously. I'm gonna spin you guys around again. Air. Take a look at the lake while you're doing it. Okay. Put you guys right tucked up close to me. Raise everything up. Tighten it up. And we are good, I believe. Alright, that's good there. Maintenance is tough. get on. Use this up a little bit. Windy on this bank too there. Little windy. Thanks for sharing that hunting stuff. Appreciate it. Yeah, once we get in here, it slows down a little bit. So we're just gonna throw the banks all the way down, hit the docks, hit the wood, hit all that stuff here. Sun's shining today on this corner, so we'll throw this corner for sure. Like right now. We've already like stopped. Slow down and stop. Slowed way down. We're out of the wind as of now, guys. Out of the wind as of now. Just drifting slowly. Let's see if we're active today. Back in here. There's a lot of snags in here too, so gotta be careful with it. amazing how the fish turn on and turn off. It's just crazy. I want to throw it that way. Who we got in here? Okay, we got hunting stuff. Sharing everything out for me, so appreciate that. See, then the wind slows down and you want to get back out on the main lake, and you can't because you're going to get blown around. So this is where me and Chris was yesterday. Hey Kenny, thanks for coming in. This is where we were yesterday. This is where we were catching them all. So we're gonna see what happens today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Let me try to get this thing out here. If not, we have to retop it. Come on. There we go. Got it out. Got it out. That's one thing about Senko fishing. It does twist your line all up. A lot of people don't like it because it twists everything up. There is so much cover back in here. It is unreal. It's muddy though, so that black and blue should do okay. Yeah, it is muddy. I'm just flipping areas right now, that's all. Nice. Keep throwing it. How many times do you use it? Keep using it, you'll catch them. That clear core shot, that blue core shot, I thought would have been good, but it's clear, and in this muddy water, it ain't that great in muddy water. Like the black ice, I'm sure Dean was using that, and the water wasn't too bad. Get it under there, see what happens. And there is a snaggeroonie right there. So I gotta go into the bushes. See what the heck I'm on here. I think I can't see. I don't know what I'm on. Maybe some log. But I gotta get in there. I see it's a tree. Got it. Man, that looks so good in here too, though. Looks good. Got the crow's going. Stop. Little ones. There you go. Good luck. Which bait are you using hunting and stuff? What bait did I give you? I can't remember what baits I give people and people win or buy off me. I do not recall. Let me know. What the hell was that? No. If I get a snag in here, I'm in trouble. I get a snag in here, I'm in trouble. See what the hunting that stuff say. The black and yellow one, I don't remember. It's probably the beaver style bait. Texas rig it, I think. Texas rig beaver style bait, maybe. I'm just flipping this little tree here because it's deep. Seeing if I can't get something to bite right there. Now this is where I caught that 5-pounder at one time. Nothing there. I didn't even get a nibble. Didn't even get a nibble yet. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Just on that one. What's up, Fernando? Thanks, Kurt. Thanks for coming in. I am not live scoping. I am not live scoping. I'm live scoping with my eyes. No live scoping. I don't have live scope. I'm live streaming. It's funny how I come down through here and you catch 20-some fish yesterday. You come out here today and I didn't even have a bite. Different weather. Fishy. The one on this bank. There's a ton of them in there yesterday. A lot of dinks. Now they're not hiking. Maybe the big ones moved in. Maybe. I'm going to set that up on shore. Not happening today, guys. Just not happening. Gonna have to wait for this to settle down. Get some good weather coming, you know what I mean? So, but alright, guys, I am going to head back to the dock, and I'm going to pack up, and I gotta take my truck over to the dealer again because the check engine light came on. So I wanted to thank you all for being in here. Sorry we didn't catch a lot of fish, but we've been going for about an hour and a half. I caught a couple smallmouth off at a point, so I caught them in different spots today than I did yesterday. The weather is beautiful today. It changed definitely from yesterday, so we have some unstable weather. So we'll be back probably at it next week. So hopefully we see you. Make sure you're checking out my videos on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Check out my apparel store in the description of my videos. Go over to me a sub if you haven't. Please consider doing so. It's free. I'm trying to get to 5,000 this year. Check out all my partners and affiliates. Check out the FishAngler app. You want to get on there. It helps out a lot with fishing and stuff like that. Get your weather patterns and all that stuff. So wanted to thank you all for being in here. Appreciate all your support. And like I always say, guys, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see ya. Boom.